Right now, somewhere in America, an adult child is texting their parent for the fourth time today asking, "Are you okay?" And their parent is annoyed and the adult child is still worried. That's not a problem that goes away when the transition is over. That's just Tuesday for the rest of their lives. I built something to fix it. It's called SeniorSafe. It's live, it's free for now, and unlike anything else in this space, it's built to stay with your family long after the moving truck is gone. Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Riggins, licensed North Carolina realtor, former house flipper, and founder of Riggins Strategic Solutions. For the last few weeks on this channel, I've been pulling back the curtain on how predatory investors and wholesalers target families during senior transitions. Today is different. Today I want to show you something I built. I kept hearing the same thing from families I work with. They weren't just confused about the house, they were struggling to coordinate during the transition and after it. Mom's in one city, the kids are in 3 different states. Nobody agrees on who's doing what. And once mom is settled in her new place, the coordination problem doesn't disappear. It just changes shape. I decided to fix that permanently. Here's what the typical family setup looks like. There's a group text that's 400 messages long. Somebody has the power of attorney document, but nobody can find it. Mom took her blood pressure medication this morning, but nobody knows for sure. And the adult child who lives 2 hours away is calling every single day because they're terrified something is going to happen and they won't know. Here's what most people assume. Once mom has moved into her new place and settled in, that problem goes away. The transition is done. Everyone relaxes. This is not what happens. What actually happens is the worry shifts. Now you're not worried about the house. You're worried about whether she's making friends, whether she's taking her medications, whether she's eating, whether she called the doctor about that thing. The daily check-in anxiety doesn't go away. It just changes location. SeniorSafe isn't a transition app. It's your permanent coordination layer for your family. It's the app you'll still be using 3 years from now because your family still needs it 3 years from now. So let me show you what I built. The most important feature in SeniorSafe is also the simplest one. For your parent, there's one big button on the home screen. It says, "I'm okay today." One tap, that's it. The whole family gets a notification instantly. No typing, no phone call, no awkward check-in that makes mom feel like a child being monitored. Just one tap that says, "I woke up, I'm fine, we're good." And for the adult children, the worry goes down dramatically because you're not waiting for a text back. You're not wondering if they forgot their phone. You know. This isn't a transition feature. This is a forever feature. The button gets tapped every single morning for years. It becomes part of the routine for the senior and for the family. And if it doesn't get tapped by a certain time, you know to check in. That safety net doesn't expire. The second feature is the integrated AI. And I need you to stay with me here because this is where I think we've built something genuinely special. Not just for families in transition, but for seniors who just want to live their lives. Here's the problem with AI right now. There's ChatGPT, there's Google's Gemini, there's Claude, there's Grok. They're all powerful, and almost none of your parents are using them because downloading a new app, creating an account, and figuring out how to use a general purpose AI chatbot is a barrier most seniors won't cross. But they still have questions. Every single day they have questions. What does this letter from Medicare mean? Should I get the flu shot and the pneumonia shot at the same time? What do I do if I think my contractor is overcharging me? How do I know if this cash offer on my neighbor's house was fair? SeniorSafe's AI assistant answers those questions in plain English, out loud. That's the part I'm most proud of. It speaks the answer back. Because my target user is a 78-year-old woman who wears readers and struggles with small text on a phone screen. She doesn't need to squint at a response. She asks, it answers out loud. Now here's the second thing that makes this different from ChatGPT or Gemini. This AI is trained on my full 19-module blueprint methodology. It knows the 5 exit strategies for the house. It knows what to look for in a cash offer contract. It knows downsizing, Medicare, estate planning, senior community tours, all of it. It's like having me in the room, except it's available at 2 a.m. when mom can't sleep and has a question. And here's the thing, your parent doesn't need to be in the middle of a transition to use this. Once they're settled, they're still going to have questions about life, about their finances, about their health, about their rights. SeniorSafe's AI becomes their go-to resource instead of Googling and landing on something confusing or sketchy, or calling you at 7 a.m. because they couldn't figure it out. It replaces the need to download ChatGPT. It replaces the need to figure out Gemini. It's a simple, voice-enabled AI that already lives on their phone, right next to that big green button they tap every morning. The other two features are simpler, but just as critical. And again, not one-time tools. These are things you'll use for years. The document vault is exactly what it sounds like. Upload a photo of the power of attorney, the will, the Medicare card, the insurance policies, stored securely, accessible by every authorized family member from anywhere in the country. No more shoebox. No more, I think Dad has the copy of that somewhere. This matters after the transition too. When Mom goes to the ER at 11 p.m. and someone needs the insurance card, it's there. When you need to reference the will, it's there. Not a one-time upload, a living record your family actually uses. The medication tracker lets your parents check off medications as they take them with a timestamp. So, did you take your blood pressure pill? Finally has a real answer. Not, I think so. A checked box every morning for years. I want to be honest about where this is right now. SeniorSafe is in beta. It's free for early users while we continue building. That means you get access to everything I just showed you and told you about for nothing, while we add features based on what real families actually need. But I want to be clear about what this is designed to become. Most apps built for this space are built for one moment, the crisis moment, the transition moment. They solve the immediate problem and then you stop using them. I built SeniorSafe to be the app your family doesn't stop using. The I'm okay button becomes a morning ritual. The AI becomes the first place your parent goes when they have a question, instead of calling you in a panic at 6 a.m. The document vault becomes the permanent home for everything important. The medication tracker becomes part of the routine. I watched my own family struggle through a transition without a system like this. I know what it looks like when you're trying to coordinate care across multiple people, multiple states, with no single source of truth. I built the tool I wish we'd had, not just for the move, but for the years that come after it. The app is live right now. Go to the link in the description, SeniorSafeApp.com, and join the beta. It's free, no credit card, no commitment, just a better way to keep your family coordinated. If you want the full system, the blueprint, the app, and the option to book a strategy call with me, everything is at RigginsStrategicSolutions.com. And if you're in the middle of a senior transition right now and you just need to talk, book a strategy call with me. Also in the description. No pitch, just a real conversation. I'll see you in the next one.